WDSU First Warning Weather Impact Day continues for us here in southeast Louisiana and South Mississippi as we continue to bake underneath all that very intense heat and humidity that continues to build really just across the southern United States here just as a whole. But we're also keeping a close eye on some of the showers and thunderstorms developing underneath the heat and humidity on WDSU First Warning Doppler weather radar. And that's where we're going to start, especially for you in portions of Lafourche Parish, central Lafourche Parish, looking at some showers and a couple of thunderstorms that continue to weaken. Also in eastern St. Charles Parish as well. Things are winding down for those of us that have seen some of those spotty showers and storms across parts of the North Shore. That was mainly focused earlier across parts of St. Tammany and also into parts of into Hancock County, Mississippi, where there's also that level 1 isolated severe storm risk for parts of the North Shore in South Mississippi. It doesn't really look like we're going to see a whole lot of that, though, as we go through the rest of the afternoon. On Futurecast, as we time everything out here, you see by the time we reach around 7 to 8 o'clock in the evening or so, even to 9 o'clock, everything really winds down as far as rain coverage is concerned, and then partly cloudy skies here really for the rest of the night. Going into tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms could develop across the North Shore into South Mississippi, perhaps maybe a couple of showers and a couple of thunder showers towards the bayou, and that will continue through at least the early evening, at least according to some of the computer forecast high-resolution model guidance as we go into Friday. There's going to be a disturbance here that will track through the region. That could help spawn a little bit more coverage of scattered showers and thunderstorms. Some of these may even produce some strong gusty winds and some locally heavy downpours. That will be something we'll keep our eyes on toward the end of the work week. And you can see by 6 p.m. in the evening Friday, some of us may be still dealing with some showers and a couple of storms. Again, something to watch here as we get closer towards Friday, though. But that's likely going to be our highest rain chance here come towards Friday, while the rest of the days here coming up anywhere between mainly 30 to 40% here. In the next 7 days, as far as the rainfall accumulations go, not really overly impressive, anywhere between a ½ inch to an inch of rain. Some locally higher totals possibly setting up across parts of the North Shore into South Mississippi. So we continue to watch this upper level ridge of high pressure that really just continues to dominate the weather pattern. And because we're still downstream of this system here, even though it's a little bit farther towards the west this time, we're still going to be underneath the influence of it quite a bit, really helping to heat up the temperatures a lot across the south and southeast, which is why the heat alerts continue. Southeast Louisiana and South Mississippi still under the heat advisory until 8 o'clock in the evening. And then another heat advisory goes into effect tomorrow, which is why we're going with the WDSU First Warning Weather Impact Day again for the heat index values up to 111. Stay indoors with the AC as much as possible. And if you have to be outside, stay hydrated and take frequent breaks. High temperatures today in New Orleans. We'll get that update here from the National Weather Service here shortly. But the high temperatures tomorrow expected to reach the mid-90s across the South Shore, mid to upper 90s into the North Shore, into South Mississippi. But it will feel like the triple digits, though, with the humidity in play, especially as we go into tomorrow and again on Friday. Heat index values well over 100. In the tropics, everything is quiet. No development over the next 7 days. However, we may be watching a couple of tropical waves come off the west coast of Africa by the end of the month into the beginning of September. And some of the computer models are trying to hint at some possibly developing here. So that's something we'll have to watch as well. Those chances right now greater than 20%. But that's the look at your WDSU First Warning 7-day forecast.